Hey guys, welcome to this video. Today we are going to study about operator overloadings. As we know that the basic arithmetic operators such as plus, minus, multiply and divide normally work with basic data types such as integer, float and long. The application of these operators with basic data types are already defined in our language. However, an error occur if these operators are used with user-defined objects. Let's say if we have three variables a, b, c. A is equal to a plus b. So we can add these variables. But what if they are object of a class? Let's define a class here. And let's create the object of our class a, b, c. And let's say a is equal to b plus c. So the compiler is giving us error, so we cannot add these objects. So these operator does not work with user defined types, as we know that class is a user defined data type, so they do not work with user defined data types. In order to do that, we use operator overloading. So how to use that? There are only two operations that are allowed with classes. They are assignment. Let's say we have a public int a, and here let's create the object of our class a, and using that object dot a, so we can access our data members, or we can use assignment. So these two operations are allowed with user defined types. We can access data members or member functions, or we can use assignment operator, but we cannot add objects of our class. In order to do that, we use operator overloading. So an operator, how to overload an operator? An operator can be overloaded by declaring a special member function in class. The member function uses keyword operator with the symbol of operator to be overloaded. So what is the syntax? Return type, then operator keyword, then our operator. Operator can be plus, minus, increment operator, decrement operator, and then our function body. So we will define this function in our class definition. Return type, it indicates the type of value returned by the member function. So return type, either our function will return an integer value, float value, double value, or it will return a object. Operator is a keyword, and then it is a symbol of operator to be overloaded. For example, if we have to overload a increment operator, we write the return type, then operator keyword, then we have to overload increment operator, so we will write here increment operator, and then our function body. Okay guys, let's take an example to overload increment operator. Okay, here we have a class a here, and let's find public in the constructor of this class. Let's initialize a is equal to 0, and then we will let's create a function void display function cout a is equal to, let's display our a data member of line. Okay, now let's how to overload an operator. First we will write the return type of our function, then the operator keyword, and then we have to increment operator, overload increment operator. We have to overload increment operator. So here we will first write the return type of function, then operator keyword, then the operator which you want to overload. Here we are overloading increment operator. So a is equal to a plus, let's say, 1. Okay, now in our main function, let's create the object of our class a. So we have created the object of our class, and using that object we can access our member function display. Let's increment our object. See, we are able to use this operator with our object due to this operator overloading. So in this way we can overload objects user defined types. Let's again call our show function to see whether the increment operator has incremented the value of a or not. Okay, let's execute this program. So a is equal to 0, then a is equal to 1. See here, our program execution always start from main function. So first of all we have created the object of our class a. So when we create the object of a class, the constructor is automatically called. So a will initialize with 0 value. So a now contains 0. Then we are using that object, we are calling display function. So the control will directly jump on the definition of this function and display cout a is equal to, and the value of a is 0. So a is equal to 0 is displayed on the console window. Then we are incrementing the value using increment operator with our object. So when we increment, so the control will jump here and increment the value of 1. In this way we can overload increment operator. Simply write the return type, then operator keyword, then our increment operator, and here we have incremented the value of our a data member. So in this way we are able to use increment operator with user defined types with object. And then again I am calling this function. So a was 0 plus 1 1, so a now contains 1. So we are again calling display function. So now when the display function will call a is equal to a contains 1, so a1 is displayed on the console window. So guys, in this way we can overload increment operator. Otherwise it will not allow us to increment the value of increment this object. Let's comment this. Now see, no operator matches these operand of type. So we cannot use increment operator with objects with user defined types. In order to do that, we use operator overloading. So now error goes away. Okay guys, this is it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you have any question, you can ask in the comment section of this video. Goodbye.